Oh, you're losing. You're losing badly.
The world is slowly healing. Thank God. Feminism has had a long run, at least when it comes to a 3-generation timeline. But in the end, it all falls apart because what it's rooted in is just not strong or sustainable like masculinity. More and more, I see these chicks trying to get attention like the other guys using the same strategy, but the thing is, as you can clearly see, they haven't developed any skills. And in the real world, that's not going to work very long. The comments are, the world is healing. It sure is, buddy, it sure is. But we still have a long way to go. Women when they're not the center of attention for 5 minutes. It's the feminist MO. The public is sick of wannabe influencers. Well, for the most part, all influencers are wannabe influencers. It's really a 15-minute of fame world out there. Can I interrupt your day to talk about me on camera? Maybe talk to a therapist instead of harassing randoms in public. Well, that hasn't helped so far. The institutions are broadly sympathetic in the West to these chicks. It's why when they're confronted with simple questions, they immediately buckle.
If I were to ask you what ugly is, right? Like what is an ugly woman? What does that look like? Can you describe that for me? No? Can anybody on the panel describe that? Hang on, feminists first. Can any of the feminists describe for me what an ugly woman looks like?
I think more of really what would make. Are you talking like physically ugly?
Yeah, just physically.
Just their looks. Oh, just their looks.
They're a beautiful person on the inside. You know, they've gone to all the great spiritual retreats. They're wonderful human beings. I'm just purely talking about their physical looks.
Yeah, but I feel like that's just kind of like unnecessarily kind of rude. I don't know.
Why?
I don't want to like state what makes someone ugly, because like you're gonna find someone who finds it beautiful.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So
the right person will see you as a piece of art.
Well, so let me ask you a question. If you can't tell me what ugly is, then why should we believe you about what beautiful is? And why should we believe that you're in that category?
believe whatever you want. I don't care.
Yeah, I mean.
Well, whether you care about it or not, I'm asking you a question. I'm not asking you if you should care about what I believe. That's not the question I'm asking. I'm asking why would a person believe, if you can't tell them what an ugly person is, why you should think that you should be in the beautiful category?
That is a really good point. Then it's just subjective.
Wow, what a shock. A simple question, and they break down into semantics right away. Well, what is beautiful really? Aren't we all beautiful and it just depends on who is in front of you to make the determination? It's the same 60s make love, not war crap that triggered a massive wave of women blowing up like a Macy's float, telling every guy she has standards. And in a nutshell, this is why women have gone so far off the rails in their selection process. They all believe they're 10s, that is if they don't have a designated woman for contrast at the club. Here are the top comments. I bet they could answer the question if he said a man. Of course, man, in a heartbeat. One man against 11 women and he made them speechless. All you have to be is rational, and they clam up fast. Logic attack, no survivors. Did they say that they should be in a beautiful category? And why does it seem to give him joy that they don't answer his shallow questions? Because a shallow question is a simple question, and if they can't respond, lady, then it proves it was all a bunch of nonsense. It's why we roast now instead of pitifully cope.
Why your knees way down?
Because I'm long-legged. Okay, Mr. Sir, I'm a real authentic model. This is what models usually look like.
What are you?
Me.
Them knees too far from the hips to be real. Nah, man, hell no.
To be real.
Long-legged doesn't mean that you would have knees where your feet should be. I swear, these days, in a feminist climate, anyone and a pregnant single mom can be considered a model. It's why these Miss America etc. pageants always have someone resembling an ogre just to make a social justice statement, while they're standing right next to a line of 8s. This is exactly what I meant in a recent video when I said that the West has become a place where everyone gets a participation trophy for simply existing. The comments are, she got nankles. I like this, sir. Gold star for you. Knees too far from the hips. These old dogs slaughtered her. Real authentic models don't need to say they are. Exactly, it's all an act. And when it gets challenged even lightly, all of these chicks devolve into a toddler in a Disney outfit being told Santa ain't real. OMG, they are kinda low. Where the F was they supposed to be? A little higher up if she has the audacity to claim the title of model, ma'am. Why is he talking? It's really sad that the ones that should not even judge are the ones that talk a whole lot. If I had to guess, this one shares similar traits. Next. They always dance like they're the center of attention, even though the crowd around them could not care any less. And this is another reason why feminism is in trouble, and that we love to see it. As time goes on, more and more of the women who chose this path will just be weeded out by MGTOW. They'll age, hop on TikTok, do a little dance or two, cry about the guy they left is doing incredibly well, and then fade on into the night. We might look back on this period, but it'll all feel like a fever dream. Nothing like this is meant to survive. Here are some of the comments. It shouldn't take you 40 years to mature, LMAO. It shouldn't, and it hasn't. I mean, come on, she's embarrassing herself out there. Body count higher than Rambo 5. No doubt, no doubt. To the other young ladies out there, don't let this be you. A solid warning, but few will probably listen, brother. This is literally the worst advice for younger women. The whole comment's making fun of you. Take the hint. She won't. And that's because, outside of the silly insinuation, she hasn't matured a bit. It's the feminist curse. Moving on.
I'm gonna see if I can plug it in. Oh my God.
Can you just help me real quick? I'm just asking as a man, can you just help me?
I didn't choose to tell you to have that baby.
No, but why a woman have to help? Why
Listen, I didn't tell you to have that baby.
That way, but you're a whole man, you can't help me.
No, you need to take the help. She helped you out. Talk to her.
Alright, a few takeaways right off the back. First off, this is a totally social experiment to try and make guys look bad. But the thing is, everyone is familiar with the performance art at this point, and nobody on God's green earth is interested in encouraging it. This is one of those ladies who thinks the single mom game is virtuous, but if it weren't virtuous, she wouldn't be in this predicament to begin with. Plus, everyone knows that to help her in this scenario could easily turn into a lawsuit. Ain't nobody going to jump in here. The top set of comments. You guys don't need a man, remember? Say it louder for the people in the back. Go ask the bear in the woods to help you. It's a mighty fine day for a hike, ain't it? Next, he being accused of SH. Boom, you got it. Ask the cameraman for help. You're fully independent, remember? Ask the baby daddy. Wonderful work, fellas. Like I said, the world is healing, one small step at a time. Perhaps one day, chivalry will return. But for a long while, nobody is going to put money and time into something that's just going to end in a disaster. Next clip, y'all.
Can this be a respectful quit? Like, thank you for everything.
Wait, you can't just
I'm not
leave.
I'm not crying. I'm tired. That's
You're
why.
tired?
Yeah, I've been up since like 3 in the morning.
Okay, but at least, look, you provided a lot of notes. Tell you what, I will, hold on, I will fast track.
This has been really great.
No, you can't defend your worldview. I think you're a coward, to be honest. I think it's cowardly for you to quit because you've been absolutely demolished by Andrew. Provided a lot of notes.
Liberals get angry and get called out.
I mean, this is, I mean, she said that women don't have equal rights under the Constitution.
I don't understand the point of coming on the podcast if you know what you're
Guns
getting
blazing.
into and then you're just going to leave.
But can we look at the bright side? We couldn't talk
she
about
took up a lot of space on that side of the table, and now
we
there's
couldn't
room.
talk about anything.
SeaWorld isn't what it used to be. Love the little burn at the end there. Feminism has expanded into a bunch of different things that all orbit around the same singular theme: entitlement. These big gals will go on IG and record their trips to Disneyland, complaining about the food and the size of every ride, or even the movies with princesses that make them hate their waistline. They'll go to national parks, trying to make governments literally move mountains for them, even though you will never see a single one of them choose a hike over a trip to the Golden Arches. The comments are, let me guess, she can't answer simple questions regarding her stance on feminism, obesity, and her emotions. I hear that the weight of it all tends to get in the way of their thinking. Did she not know what she was getting into on this podcast? They do. They just claim they don't because it's an easy out when the fragile feminist argument bursts into flames. They're all so goddamn fragile and emotional, it's sickening. And yet they're so strong in the streets. Is this the guy that tried to tell a psychologist that psychopathy isn't in the DSM-5? Yes, he did, and it isn't. Next.
I don't like that you talk too much. I don't like that you gave me two dads. It's confusing.
Flawless victory.
An oldie, but a goodie. One of the great things that'll probably happen with the fall of feminism is that these poor children will finally be able to see what their matriarchs truly are. Whiny children themselves, with stifled groan and irrational thoughts and expectations. As long as we continue to make a joke out of all of this, and don't get soft, there's a great chance the system will correct itself, with single moms left to their own devices. The comments are, the baby ain't wrong though. Nope, kids are always honest. It's the upbringing that often erases that. Daddy issues passing down daddy issues. The saga continues. I hope not, but the stats don't lie. Practicing negativity with your kids is gonna bite you at some point. Looks like it already did. Makes for great content. So it's not just her kid that can't stand her. And now she's never gonna forget that. At least the mom will think twice before saying some like this again. That, as many are, is a nice thought, but you're giving them too much credit. The fact is that these women are brainwashed into believing they're the only thing that matters on the planet Earth. It'll take more than a kid to wash that away. Moving on.
If every man from your standard is a 10, then why would you have preferences at all?
I don't have a preference.
Then how come 15 seconds ago, I just asked you this question and you said, I've turned men down before, but it's because they don't meet my preferences?
Yes, but not in terms of like how they look. Maybe in terms of personality or things like that.
How would you know their personality? What's the fastest you've ever turned a guy down?
I would say, yeah, like 2 seconds right away.
Yeah, like 2 seconds. So you don't know anything about his personality. You don't know anything. Wait, you know nothing about his personality in 2 seconds. So why are you turning him down?
You can know something about somebody's personality in 2 seconds. Depends on their approach. Yeah,
this is probably the most over-the-top amount of lies I've ever heard out of a woman on this show, consecutively. Every man on planet Earth is a 10. You have no physical preferences whatsoever, and the only reason you've ever shot a guy down is because you can tell everything that you need to know about their personality in 2 seconds. Do I have that about right?
I guess so.
God, don't you just love when they double down like that? There are seriously only 2 gears for a feminist in an argument. Whether they start crying and saying they had no idea that they had to play the victim card today, or they continue to push the argument and make it all interpretive to try and stay in the game. This guy just put her in a serious logical knot, but she doesn't even acknowledge the failure and just decides to keep on moving through it. This is exactly why feminism is failing, and why it stands no chance of facing the rising resentment that it was ever here in the first place. The top comments are, she has no idea what she's talking about. We're shocked. Agreed, you can get a vibe very quickly. Sure you can, Deb, sure you can. You can't learn everything about someone in 2 seconds if it's your first meeting with no knowledge of them previously. Truth. Can't get to know someone until you start getting to know them by having multiple conversations. To be honest, she is right. You do not need to know everything about a guy's personality to know you don't want someone approaching you with a, hey sweetie. Major simpler, I'm sure your life must be very fulfilling. Next clip.
I found the horrifying videos of my disgraceful fiancée's bachelorette party on her messenger. She got hysterical when I changed my relationship status to single and posted that the wedding was off. Last weekend she had her bachelorette party. I didn't have a problem with it, especially after what she told me was the plan. After midnight I start getting ready for bed and notice that the computer in my office isn't turned off. Rather, the black screen was just a screensaver. It turns out fiancé had not logged out and her messenger was still open on the computer. There was a group chat where her and the girls had been planning everything and a lot of videos were uploaded to the chat. I was a little curious and I started watching some of the videos. Most of them were pretty innocent. Just a group of 15 girls getting drunk and stoned and dancing and whatever. Then there was a video of a woman going to the front door and about 10 guys enter the apartment. I didn't know they were and I didn't recognize anyone. There were a couple videos of the guys and girls dancing and drinking. And then the worst happened. A video started of my fiancé making out with a guy on the sofa. She stops and rolls over and starts making out with a second guy. Then there was a video of her and the 2 guys going into a bedroom. There was also a video of them coming out that according to the timestamps was 5 minutes later, but that doesn't mean anything. For all I know the videos were an hour apart and they were all just uploaded at the same time. I walked into the bathroom because I thought I would be sick. I saved the videos and then made one of my own. Just a short little selfie video of me saying, "Hi, this is Jeff, your ex-fiancé. I just wanted to say I saw the videos from the party and the wedding is off. I hope it was worth it." I'm glad I saved the videos because in less than 10 minutes they were all deleted and my phone started blowing up, but I didn't answer any calls or texts.
Yep, this one's rough, but in the end, man, you won, because you never put a ring on it. The comments are, The rug was from the bachelorette party. Mate's son had similar, but he posted the videos of her and all her girlfriends, many married or cohabiting, to his Facebook. Fallout was nuclear. She wasn't the only one that went straight to single. Bro dodged an ICBM. Dodged a bullet and saved money. I'd send it to her friends, family, and employer. Damn. Nice people. Next clip.
You knew your drawing sucked, and you still tattooed it on that person.
I did exactly what he wanted.
Like, don't you have any integrity?
He was happy with it. I'm fine.
It's not about what they're happy with. It's about what the judges are happy with.
Listen, dude, I'm done with it.
Dude, you've been done.
I'm still here.
For what? We'll see. Why? Because you just want to be a asshole.
You're right.
Then why the would you be in this competition? Bone face.
Why do you look 50 and you're 24?
What? What did you say? Go yourself, you piece of poor excuse for a tattooer.
This definitely made me chuckle. We needed to end on a win. The comments are, that was badass, won a 2v1 that laughs like a villain. As soon as a female hears the truth, she can't handle it. I bet she even thinks she's a 10. Clutching a 2v1 and then laughing menacingly. Legend. Sometimes the low blow is the best option, lol. It's not about what they're happy with, it's their tattoo on them forever. And that's the thing. Like a tattoo, this behavior is branded to feminists forever. Their legacy is one tainted with countless laughable failures. You reap what you sow, ladies. As always, I wish you tremendous success. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember that if you leave the best comment, you'll get $5. Thank you so much for watching. If you found value in this video, hit the like and subscribe buttons, ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future uploads, drop a comment, and share it. See you in the next video. Till next time.